Few things are better than tools that function just as they're intended to. I'd wager to say everyone feels that way, whether they work with their hands, their minds, or both. If you fall into the latter category and have a decently sized piece of property to maintain, then you might be looking into a compact tractor. Like the 2021 John Deere 3038E. Luckily for you, I spent a month testing one at my family's creek frontage and I've got plenty to say about it. The circumstances aligned just so that I had one of John Deere's most popular consumer tractors in my driveway right after a spring flood hit. That meant the humble but capable 37 horsepower machine had its fair share of rock and brush to move alongside our larger Kubota. In a lot of ways, it was what I hoped for. When you spec out your equipment exactly the way you like, great results come from it. Even if I still found myself wishing for something heavier duty from time to time. Then again, I understand not everyone has more than 10 acres to keep in tip-top shape. People shopping the 3038E are more likely to have a series of odd jobs that require more than they want to do by hand but not nearly enough to justify a full-size loader or similar. For those folks, then, it's an all-around player whose credentials run deeper than the color of its paint. 2021 John Deere 3038E, by the numbers. Base price, as tested $23,800, $30,556.36. Powertrain, 1.57-liter, 3-cylinder turbodiesel 2-range hydrostatic transmission selectable 4-wheel drive. Horsepower, 37.2 with a maximum engine speed of 2,500 rpm. Curb weight, 2,222 pounds. Front axle clearance, 14.3 inches. Turning radius, 44 inches. Loader lift capacity, 1,186 pounds. Max loader height, 84 inches. Quick take, a punchy compact tractor that does almost everything you ask it to. If you've got a lot of big jobs, though, don't skimp out on bigger equipment. What you get when you buy new. The 3038E is touted by John Deere as a value-centric option in what's arguably the brand's most broadly appealing range. The 3 Series is neither the smallest on offer or is it the biggest intended solely for commercial use. It's a piece of machinery better suited for individuals who've got a lot of work to do around their place in the woods. The 3038E is more powerful than the 3032E though not as cushy as the 3039R, which includes an enclosed cab and air conditioning. To sum it up, it's a mid-level tractor for people who need a bit more than base spec while skipping out on the whole enchilada. Deere's entire 3E range comes standard with 4-wheel drive, a must when operating on, and moving, loose surfaces. You'll never be sorry it has it, and when it comes time to do real work, you'll want it engaged with the gearbox in low range. The locking differential, which you kick in by pushing the brake pedal halfway, rounds out the running gear that helps get jobs done, fairly big or small. Tractors don't change a ton from year to year. Unless it's a new generation, there aren't many noticeable differences. That's not to say you don't get anything new for your money when picking up a 3038E with 0 hours. For starters, John Deere offers a 6-year/2,000-hour powertrain warranty, meaning the dealer will fix that 1.57-liter Yanmar diesel engine for you if anything happens. Thanks to the handy executive order Joe Biden signed, you can also work on the tractor yourself, though I'd wait until after the warranty's up for that. In its most basic form, the 3038E is a blank slate, ready for whatever attachments you buy to go along with it. Mine had a 300E front loader, $5,404, which is perhaps the most popular option on these, as well as a BB 5060 box blade, $1,075. There were a few other niceties like a rear auxiliary light, $69.37, as well as cruise control, $271.70. How it works. The 3038E's startup procedure is standard fare for diesel tractors: turn the key partway, wait for the glow plugs to warm, then hit it. It quietly clacks away with 3 cylinders, idling under 600 RPM with the throttle set at what I like to call tortoise. Once cranked to hare, it's rated to operate at a max engine speed of 2,500 RPM, though I rarely crossed the 2,000 RPM mark in my pretty strenuous testing. Unlike some machinery that features a single rocker-type pedal controlling forward and reverse motion, the 3038E has 2 separate pedals. It didn't take much to get used to that, and I found myself shuffling my foot left and right on our personal tractor even after they picked up the Deere from my house. Anyhow, intuitive touches like that are aimed at keeping operator fatigue low, paired with clearly readable analog gauges and fairly sturdy levers with easy-to-grab orange handles. In high range, the 37.2 HP engine sends you zipping along surprisingly quickly, great for getting from one place to another without a load. When working it as I did with some brush in the front loader bucket and rock collecting inside the box blade, low range is an absolute must. You won't get anything done in high range save for moving something light that doesn't bog down the 3038E. That's by design, of course, and the low range keeps the tires spinning even when the load behind gets to be too much.